and it just hits me in a place where I'm like, ooh, it felt personal, you know. It's one of those vlogs that might call you out a little bit, so buckle up. Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I look very different. I don't have eyebrows anymore. Well, they're bleached, and my hair is, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I feel like it's been a minute since I've done like a healing vlog. I don't even know. It's probably not as long as I think it is because so much has happened. My hair has changed like 3 different colors. Like a lot has happened. But first update, make sure y'all check out the channel and check out the second channel if you haven't. That's all I'm gonna say. Check out the second channel. If you know where to find it, you know where to find it. And then I posted like a really cool costume vlog during Halloween. I was gonna vlog Halloween Day. Halloween Day was just so weird that like I just was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So I didn't vlog Halloween Day, but I did have a really good Halloween. It was fun. It was different. It was so organized. I was just like, who am I? But let's get into it. So this vlog, trigger warning, is going to be very raw and real. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. And I'm not saying that to my general audience, but I'm just saying this in general because sometimes I've watched certain people's vlogs, TikToks, whatever, where they give advice and it just hits me in a place where I'm like, ooh, it felt personal, you know? It's one of those vlogs that might call you out a little bit. The thing I want to talk about is boundaries. I've talked about boundaries a million times on vlogs. I cannot emphasize enough, just in general, how important. So one of the first most important things I'm going to talk about is boundaries. Boundaries are essential, and right now if you're at a point where you feel like you're going through changes or you feel like you're doing well, I'm gonna need you to ramp up them boundaries times 10, because sometimes what happens when we start glowing and shining and when we start like getting comfortable because we feel like we're good, you get these people or these situations that come in and not necessarily trying to test you, but it's just like they see the light, they see the energy, they see what it is that you're doing. And I'm sure many people have experienced that. Some people may not fully realize it. Like I went through several periods in my life where I didn't realize I was glowing up, going through a big change. And I was just so excited for everybody to like me and to be everybody's friend, genuinely, which is insane, that I would let all these different energies in with all their little intentions and projections and everything else, and then wonder why I'm so drained and so lonely and so insecure at the end of the day. When the core of who I am is this person who grew up very much sheltered, very much a people pleaser. So you mix all that together and that's a bad combination. So right now, if you are in a position where you're either doing very well or you're questioning everything, I need you to reinforce them boundaries times 10. Don't shut everybody out because not everybody is the enemy. But I'm gonna say this, if you have people around you who, when you isolate, they tug at your energy and almost make you feel like, oh no, you have to talk to me. What's going on? You need to cut them off. And that's, like I said, this vlog might hurt some feelings. I don't really care. If you are glowing up, you gotta protect yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. And I've had to learn, like, there's been many times where I thought, oh, they care about me. That's why they're constantly, you know, calling and texting. And I'm feeling anxious. I'm like, dang, but then I have this other set of friends and family that understand boundaries and respect and love me and do not require my energy to sustain themselves. That's weird. That's not okay. And I know there's different types of attachment and things and blah, blah, blah. But if it makes you uncomfortable, it's probably a no-go. I don't care what your relationship is with that person. You need to cut them off. And this is coming from a Sagittarius who is becoming very more Sagittarian and knows who she is now. I don't care. And I mean that with so much love and light. I don't do the whole throwing shade. No. I mean that with love and light. Cut them off. Let's move on. So the next thing I want to talk about, this one's interesting, and this is just kind of like in no particular order, is Exes. Let's get into it. When I say exes, I'm sure everybody's like, oh my gosh, is she about to spill some kind of tea? She's about to talk about her ex. But I'm trying to see where I want to go with this, because like I had a whole thing planned out of how I was going to talk about this. But I'm realizing that what I thought, okay, so you know how I just talked about boundaries and how like the dynamics of how I interact with people have changed. The same with relationships. What I thought I liked in relationships, I don't like what I used to like anymore. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of things that I'm just generally disgusted by that I could do a whole nother video on. But like, this is more of a generic thing. Like, I had to accept that I am constantly changing for the better. And I feel like when you change, it's going to make people uncomfortable. Here's another thing no one's going to want to hear. Some people might not want to hear. Who cares? Who cares? I've said this in other vlogs. The amount of time spent worrying about what other people think and how they feel is insane. Especially if you're somebody who has lost energy, health, money, time, sanity from people pleasing to the extreme, which you have to take accountability for. All of that is irrelevant. So like for me, the whole concept of relationships and dating and what I thought I wanted and what has completely changed. I've now realized that I absolutely do not feel the same way anymore. We're gonna stop there because I think I'm gonna do a whole nother vlog on that. If y'all want to hear more specifics, I can get specific. I just know that there's certain things that I don't like, and I had to really go inside of myself and forgive myself and do a lot of journaling, because I was like, how in the world could you accept the things that you were accepting before? How could you be okay with that? How could you accept so little and apologize for using your voice? Apologize for saying, hey, can I have like the bare minimum at least? Hey, can I have like a little bit? And you apologize for that. You apologize for your existence. Like, this is a moment of forgiving thyself, because I was mad. I was just like, and so I think that's why now I'm so much more intense about my boundaries. If you make me feel uncomfortable in any kind of way, I don't owe you anything. And I'm good. This is another thing no one's going to want to hear. A lot of the people that I connected with in the last 5 years are absolutely, they do no, just no, just no, just no, no, no. Not all of them at all. But if you know, you know. And that's no shade, because the thing about it is that everybody is for somebody. It's just that those somebodies might not be for you. And I'm completely comfortable now with saying, with love and light to you, absolutely not. No, thank you. You know, and that's it. It's no hard feelings. We don't contemplate. We don't stress. But that takes work, so let's move on. Last thing I want to talk about in this vlog is, this is so random. Like, all three of these topics, I feel like I have their own vlog, and we might do that if y'all want to vote which one y'all want a whole vlog on. We can do like a whole dressed up vlog. Seasonal depression. The holidays are coming up. A lot of people deal with seasonal depression. Let's get into it. A lot of people deal with the pressure to keep up financially with the holidays. Gift giving, decorations, you know, traveling, if that's your thing. And it can be so difficult and feel so hard, especially if you have children, especially if you have family. It can be a very depressing, demoralizing time of year. You know, it's getting close to the end of the year. A lot of people are contemplating, like, what have I done with my life? A lot of people have family that they're missing. And I think that is so important for you to remember that you have to do things for yourself the way that it's best for you. Just because there is a tradition or something's happening, you know, culturally or whatever, holidays happening, you do not have to follow those rules. Build your own traditions and build your own safe space. Get into a schedule this fall and winter that accommodates what you need, that protects your mental health and your mental peace. Even if that means maybe not connecting with family, or maybe not connecting with your usual family or usual friends because that's what's customary. You have to do what's best for your heart and your soul and your body and your healing. You know, it's not an easy thing, and it's a very real thing. People relive so much trauma, and there's so much loneliness and just so much sadness, and it's cold. So it's like you put all of those things together, and it can be very difficult. So one thing I would say is, if you know somebody that suffers with seasonal depression, be there for them. You know, just offer a helping hand. Say, hey, you know, I'm here for you in whatever way you need me to be. Also, give them their space. If there's somebody who's going through a lot of life changes and they don't want to be bothered with you, let them be. Whether they proclaim it to you or not, I just cannot stand when people see that somebody's going through something, and instead of just saying, I see that they're okay, let me give them their peace and autonomy, they just keep pushing. Hello. Like, if you do that, honestly, you deserve whatever it is that they dole out as a consequence. Like, you deserve whatever, because I think that is so cruel. And I've had to learn that, like, that is not okay. So if you know anybody that suffers with seasonal depression, I believe there's also many resources. I always advocate for therapy, but it's a very serious thing and a very painful thing. So definitely look out for people, look out for yourself. So yeah. And that is the end of this healing vlog. I know this was kind of random, but this is like all of my little thoughts and notes that I jotted down over the last week or two. And I definitely want to hear feedback from y'all. There's going to be more, there's going to be more fun content on this channel. I want to do a lot more healing content on here. I want to do a lot more like question and answer. If there's specific topics that you guys want to know about, if y'all want to know more about my relationships and love life, we could talk about that. If y'all want to know more about like my aspirations, me growing up, my processes, is that a word, as a creator and as a writer, and what it is that I do, and maybe even like everything that's led me to this point thus far. Like, I feel like that might make for a really great vlog. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below, subscribe, follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Also wanted to add in that it is officially my birthday month, and if you know me, I celebrate all month long. It is a big deal. So every day is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. As you can tell from my birthday graphic, I was editing this video and I just wanted to add that in. I love you guys.